My name is Richard Achegwe. I'm a guide at the Pikworo Slave camp. So here we are at the Pikworo Slave camp. Pikworo in Kasim means place of rocks. And then the camp is located at Nania, which is place of cattle in the olden days. So according to that, one of the places our great-grandparents were held as captives or slaves was this place called Pikworo. Pikworo was a transit point for some of our ancestors who went through this pain and torture to the castles and then the gates of no return. In the year 1704, according to history, here was one of the places our people were held before they left to Salaga Slave market, and then through to Asin Manso, then to the castles. So in 1704, a man called Paga discovered this place. Paga was a native of the village, whom wasn't really a born native, rather a settler, who came according to the history of the place. That he came, he found himself in the Nania community or the village of Nania. He sought for a land to settle. The people accepted him in good faith. They thought he was of good intentions to the people of the land and that of the community. They didn't know that he was possessing this mindset of having people as slaves. So they accepted him. They gave him a land. He stayed with them. He was known by everybody as a brother who was really going to help in the growth and development of their community. Until later, when he told them his intentions of helping his own people, he told them, "My people, this is an offer. What I have to give back to my people. You've helped me. You gave me a portion of your land. You welcomed me. You didn't know me from anywhere, but yet you accepted me. So this is how I'm doing it, by helping back. I'm sending the youths to the white men at the coast who will be sent out there for that is the white man's land, Europe and America, for the betterment of their lives and that of their communities when they return. They will be in better positions to take care of their families, develop their communities, and then a lot more." So they agreed. He took people, he sold them out. Nobody ever returned. And the people didn't know that this was what was going on. So since nobody returned as evidence to what really happened, they became upset for that matter. So much angry at the man. They threatened to hunt him down. They had wanted to even kill him. So he left the village, and then this is how come he found himself here. This place is part of the Nania community. It's only an outskirt of the main settlement at that time. Nobody was dwelling here. No house was located here. The houses were located at a particular place, with this place being an outskirt, a forest for that matter, a very thick forest. So he chose to leave the village and then came to settle here, knowing that nobody could get to him at this point. He was safe over here. He realized his business can be run at this particular place. So he came to this place to stay, and then started doing his business at this particular place. So when this happened, he still realized his life was in danger. So he involved other two friends who were even deep into this business before he joined. They knew so much about the place. They had connections when it comes to this. They were linked to the white people. So he asked them to join up with him at this place. And these people were very notorious when it comes to this business, as I made mention. Their names are mentioned all over Ghana, including some countries ahead across in West Africa. Their names were Samori Ture and Baba Ture. The native or the settler, he goes by the name Bagao. It's a native name of the people, amongst the people of the Kasana Nankana. So Bagao simply means a bushman, a man from the bush. It doesn't necessarily mean he's from the bushes, but because he was a settler. And here amongst us, the people of Paga and then Navrongo, including some parts of Burkina, southern Burkina, we are Kasanes. Bagao simply means bushman, not necessarily coming from the bush, but if we don't know you, if it's your first time getting into amongst us, then we give you that name called Bagao. So this name was given to the man just to make difference between him and then the indigenous people of the land. So when he called upon Samori Ture and Baba Ture, they joined up. They became a team of 3. Like I said, these people were even into the business before him. So he asked them to join up. So when they became a team, this time around, they go in search of slaves. They raided homes, families, gatherings, even from here and then across the borders. The country today we know as Mali and then Burkina Faso were victims of the raid. In parts of Burkina, let's say southern Burkina, used to be part of the northern Ghana, today known to be the Upper Volta. That is according to history. That was when the then Mali Empire too was there. So we used to be kingdoms, not really countries with landmarks. So this was what happened. So as they went for the search, any number they had from those places, let's say Mali, Burkina Faso, the surrounding communities, Sandema, amongst the Frafres, when they go in search, they raided homes, families, gatherings, wherever they see you, people on their farmlands, at the marketplaces, on your way to wherever you are going to. When they see you, you are good-looking young men and women are basically those they were looking for. When you are physically fit, strong, they can see it in you, and then you become a victim of their devilish act. So they captured people. Wherever they get you, you need to be walked, or you trek from wherever, Mali, Burkina, to this place. When they get here, what they first did was to give them marks using iron rods. They put iron rods in shapes, then they heat them, give them marks, which we know as brandings. Today we know them to be tattoos, just to be able to identify the master you belong to. After which they'll remain in shackles, then they'll be chained against the trees round. The trees that we all see when you come for a tour here, the trees we see round, some of them were there as a den. They used to be holding places for the slaves, where they held them throughout the day until the evening. They will be released from the chains, and then they'll be brought up to the rocks, where they had a lot at stake. They did a lot. They have a place, they had water to drink, which was a natural source. It's still there as I'm talking to you today. There's water available at that particular spot, where they used to fetch to drink, they fetch in preparation of their meals. There was no opportunity given to anyone to take his or her bath. So it's only meant for cooking and drinking, and it's a natural cavity as well. We have where they eat, where holes were carved out by the slaves themselves using either stones in order to make those holes their plates or bowls for them to be eaten from them. We have the the grinding place, we have the entertainment grounds where music was being performed by the slaves. They make them perform music each and every evening. They encourage them to sing, drum. They should rejoice. Basically, the main reason for the entertainment was to be able to communicate better with them positively. So during the entertainment at the evening, they told them stories of hope, of a brighter future. They should focus on the future, not the present. Where they are going, life is much more easier over there. They will go there, they will go to school, learn trade, work, have more money, come back, stand tall in the midst of those who refuse to go with them. They will be in better position to take care of their people, their families, and their communities in general. So these are the things they told them. Hence, some of them tried to escape because they were being tortured, they were being maltreated. Some to commit suicides. So this was some of the reasons why they make them entertain themselves, why they told them that they shouldn't even waste their time and energy, they shouldn't waste their precious lives by killing themselves or trying to escape in process. Some of them died. They should focus for the betterment of their own future and that of their families and their communities. So this was the basic reason for the entertainment. So each and every evening they go there, they choose among each tribe those who are good at singing and drumming. 4 of them or 5 of them, they use other rocks. These rocks are very instrumental. When you hit any part of these rocks here, they give you sounds like our local or traditional drums. And these rocks are still available at this place. When a tourist is here, then this will be put in the motion.
Sinyango kabana la sabagwe sinyango jega kamana vedana kamana dosabara kamana vedayo kamana dosabara yo kamana vedayo kamana dosabara kamana vedayo kamana vedana kamana dosabara kamana vedayo kamana dosabara yo Kaligo kesbe wana pada sajonga Kaligo kesbe wana pada sajonga Tugura no jaguru wania Tugura da Tugura jaguru wania Kazo jaguru wania Trawulangani tangwana mudami agilmamo Trawulangani tangwana mudami agilmamo Kanda musu yoro yagamuyo Kanda musu yoro yagawuna Kanda musu yoro yagamuyo Kanda suna Kanda Kanda dayo Kanda mutayoro yagamuyo Kanda musuyoro yagawuna Kanda musuyoro yagamuyo Kanda suna.
We still have a lot more. We have where they auction them for sale, that is their marketing grounds or their meeting grounds. We have the watchtower of the slave raiders, where they keep security to keep an eye on the place in case a slave is trying to escape or other external intruders coming in. He would be able to see and then use cow horn to raise alarm to alert the master so they rise to defend themselves. We have the cemetery as well at the same spot where those who couldn't make it, due to the hard times they passed through, starvation, some were dying because they fell sick, no one is there to take care of you, some to snake bites and they die, some die through punishment. So they have a place, they dump them, they have a place the dark mass graves. They bury them massively. They put them like 10 more or more in a grave at a time. We still have the punishment truck to be the final place of the tour when you visit the slave camp. That is the last place you have to see, which is a punishment truck, where they have to make someone, a slave, sit on the rock, or a captive sit on a rock, your legs in front of you across, your hands at your back across. They will chain you against the rock. You still be forced to watch the sunrise until sunset, gauging the sun, watching it with your eyes wide open until sunset at the evening. At the end of the day, some do lose their sight completely, and some die at that spot because the sun scorches you. They don't give you food, they don't give you water, depending on the type of offense you commit. So watch tour of the slave raiders. This is where they keep security to check over the place in case there are people coming in to invade the camp. You know, there are people, the villages do, or the villagers, the youths do come together as one sometimes to try and then fight for the freedom of their people. So when they are coming, this security could easily see and use cow horn, raise alarm for the masters to hear. You draw their attention, so they will rise to defend themselves or defend their territories. Or if somebody, a captive, is trying to run away or escape from the camp, he would be the first person to see, because he has a nice view when he's on the rock. So when you are truly on this rock, you have a better view of the whole place. So he will raise alarm. That fellow will be chased down. When you are caught, then the punishment due will be given out to you. These are the graves of those who died. This is where they bury them. And these types of graves are native to these people, the Katsina, or let's say Upper East in general. This is how we dig our traditional graves. Something in a circular form, deep inside is hollow. There's an opening down there. And these graves are most often mass graves. At our homes, we have so many of them where the grave doesn't really collapse. When after burial, they will use a pot, a half pot, to cover it, waiting for a specific person. It's not everybody that is supposed to be buried in it, but specific people, family heads and the rest, are supposed to be put inside this type of graves. But here, as slaves, sorry to say, as slaves, when they die, they just pack them in there. Anyone at all, both male and female, they can be 10, they can be 20, inside one dugout. So this is where those who passed away were buried. Like I explained, starvation was a major cause of many lives being lost. Some were dying because they were punished. Some fell sick and died, and some were bitten by snakes and they were not being treated, so they died. So here was their burial grounds. Some of the graves are in there. We can't even find some any longer. Some have disappeared totally. So here is the graveyard. The punishment rock. If you offend, if anyone commits, this is where you'll be brought. Said you'll be forced to sit on this rock. Your legs in front of you, across, your hands at your back. As I'm seated here, the rock is burning me. I can feel the burns. It's very, very hot. So you'll be on it this way, like I'm seated on it. You will still be forced to watch the sun rays from the point where the sun rises until sunset, with your eyes wide open, watching the sun rays from this point until this point. This is where sun rises from, this is where the sun sets, with your eyes wide open, watching. And at that time too, they don't really have clothes to wear. They only use animal skins and sometimes leaves to cover some of their private parts. That is it. So when you are on it, you easily get burned. And dehydration alone can cost your life. You can get dehydrated and die. And you can imagine at this time it will be the hotness of the weather. It's not something you can bear with. So here was the punishment drop. And when they are coming here and it's your third time visiting this place as a captive, this is where your life ends. Your first time here will be punishment, and then a strong warning. Second, the third, that will be the end of you. So when they are coming to punish any captive, this is where they will line all the other captives under the trees just to watch what they are doing. So it serves as deterrent or warning to each and every one of them left. So like I explained, this place is a transit point. From here, they'll be taken to Salaga Slave Market, all by foot, no means of transport. The masters will be on horses, the slaves will have to trek by foot until they get to their final destination. When they get to Asin Manso, that is where finally they'll have to wash their bodies, they'll have to bathe there before they were being taken to the whites at the coast. So when the whites came, no white stepped a foot here. It was only our people, our own black people, who had their people for the whites at the coast. You know, it was rather risky for the whites to travel from the today southern Ghana to the north. Nothing was linking us at all, no roads, nothing. Today we have flight, cars and other things, but that time, nothing. So they have to stay there. Then they got a link with our people who served as middlemen to execute the job for them at this part of the country, today known to be Ghana. So this is the story behind this place, which started in the year 1704 and then ended in 1764.